We attract great people because we are such a great industry. And so I just want to continue that. I feel like I need to give back to our industry that's given me so much.
Welcome to the Pink Couch podcast. Our guest today is someone who came recommended through her team, which is an amazing compliment to you, Denise, that someone within your team has suggested that we should talk to you. And here we are. And so I'm going to learn about you and your work and the initiatives that you've made towards entrepreneurship, mentoring, along with our audience. So, Denise, you started something that you're calling the Entrepreneur Program. Is that correct?
I have. So, first of all, thank you so much for having me today. I really appreciate you taking me alongside and getting to know you better as well. Yes, we have created the Travel Entrepreneur Team program within my agency to encourage new people to industry or people that have been in the industry and that want to become part of our entrepreneur program.
So, this is why we do this. We want to talk to people like yourself who are out there and are reinventing themselves. So you've been presumably selling travel for a couple of years, I would imagine. This is something that you developed, your company, your business, your book of business. And then what happened that one day you thought, I want to go further with this?
Right. I have been in the industry. This is my 37th year in an industry I absolutely love and has been so incredibly wonderful to my life, really. So I think COVID really did it for me, as I'm sure it did for a lot of agency owners out there. In just really, I mean, we had to be so resilient. And this is such a resilient industry that we're part of,
Yeah.
which is wonderful. It's one of the things I love about it. Um, but after COVID, it really made me stop and think, do I want to continue along this path as an agency owner? And I've always had a growth mindset. I've always wanted more. What more can we do? But I've always loved the industry so much. So I think it was just a natural progression to look at bringing really great people into this industry that's been so fantastic to me for so many years. So that's really what inspired me. Of course, growing my business was a big part of it as well.
Sure.
And just knowing that I'd have, it just made smart business sense to do that. But really, the motivation was to bring great people into the business and just share what a great industry it is with them. So that
So,
was really my early motivation.
so you're positioning yourself in a way as a host agency, you're attracting ICs, but rather than putting it out there as an IC, you're saying, I'm attracting people who want to be their own bosses, entrepreneurs, and I will mentor them. So are you bringing people on board who are already in the industry, or are you bringing in people who just have an interest in doing something new and different with their lives?
Well, when I started, I just mentioned it to a few clients actually, and
Oh, okay.
a few people in my community that I thought would be really great at it. And it just got the ball rolling from there. So initially, it was new to industry. We definitely have some people on our team that are tenured agents, have been around several years. So it's really a mixture now. I love new to industry people. I truly
Yeah.
do. They just have that spark and that passion. They want to travel. They love serving clients. So it's been a mix, but I love new to industry, and I'm certainly open to having new people and mentoring and coaching them, from scratch, basically.
So, as a business model, I mean, it's a huge amount of work to invest in what you're doing, in training people and attracting people. You've got, there's a lot of things that go on in the back end other than just sort of, hey, we're going to bring someone on board to sell travel. Has it made business sense for you? Has your bottom line increased? Are you more profitable? Talk to us about that.
Absolutely. It is very time consuming. It's not for everyone, for
Right.
sure. And initially, I did everything myself, right? Um, so first thing I had to do was remove myself from selling, and that was hard. And a lot of people looked at me and said, "What are you doing? You're one of your top." producers in your company? How can you just walk away from your clients? So the first thing I had to do really was free up my time so that I could work on my business, right? And I could build the travel entrepreneur team and be able to be there for them and coach them. That quickly became more than a full-time job. So I did hire Julie, and she is now our director of sales and development. So she has taken that team to the next level and is growing the team for me. So that's freed up my time. And now I'm working on other things within my business. But it's just, creating that leadership team was the next step
Okay.
in the success. But yes, it has been very profitable. And as we continue and these agents learn and their sales, yeah, it's a great business right now. So sales are great. It has been definitely a great opportunity for my business to grow, and we will continue down this path for sure.
Denise, being an entrepreneur myself, I always have this sort of conversation with myself in terms of the chicken or the egg. So sometimes I'll think of an idea. Some have failed, some have worked. That's just the nature of the beast. But usually it starts because I have a sense of passion towards something, as opposed to I necessarily think, oh, that'll make money. I mean, they have to have both. But I find if you don't have the passion, the rest won't work, right? It'll just fall apart. So there must be an aspect of this where you really enjoy, the mentoring aspect of teaching people, getting to know them, building up their confidence, their strength, where you see perhaps a weakness, an opportunity, all of that sort of interaction. It's a very human sort of close knit type of relationship that you create, right?
Absolutely. I've always had that passion to just to share my wisdom, my knowledge with other agency owners, my team. So it's just been a natural progression to bring on new people. And like I said, it was this industry that really helped me create, the life that I love. I travel everywhere. I meet just such amazing people. And I just want to share that with others and bring good people into this industry. I don't want to leave this industry one day, and look back and think, wow, look at the people that work in it now. I think we attract great people because we are such a great industry. And so I just want to continue that. I feel like I need to give back to our industry that's given me so much.
It's a great approach. Do
Thank
you
you.
think other people who are listening to us today could take your model and apply it themselves? And what sort of skill
100%.
set would they need?
100% you can. I
Okay.
mean, when I started, it was just, I had no clue what I was doing. I said, you know what? I need to create a program to attract agents. So I need to figure out what's going to work as far as a split goes. But really, I wanted to create a community. I wanted support. I wanted support, mentorship, tools, training, all that. That's going to be there no matter what. But I want people to feel like they're part of something bigger, right? So yeah, it was a long time. I would say the first full year that I did start to recruit onto our team, it was just a learning experience. I was learning as I was going. But I'm very open with my team. I try to be very clear with everyone and let them know, look, I'm new at this too. Let's learn as we go. And I'm always listening and taking suggestions to heart. So I learned as I went, but absolutely anyone can do this. I don't aim to be a big host agency. I love being small and mighty, and my team are happy. And that's really helping them find balance, um, in their life with their personal life and creating these
Because it's
business.
it's not an easy business at all. So have you had people come on board who, saw, hey, I can see the world, and then went, this is too hard for me, and have quit?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like I said, bringing someone on board that has years and years of experience and wisdom
Hmm.
was the number one key, right? So we sit down with those agents as we onboard them, and it's really one-on-one coaching. It's one-on-one mentorship. We want to know what they want to get out of this. It's not just us telling them, here's what we expect. It's what do you expect, and how can we help you get there? So it's a one-on-one. We're with them, we're guiding them, and it's just been very successful to look at it that way instead of, well, you're a number and off you go. Thank you for signing a contract. You're now on your own. It is so far from that, and we want to really truly keep it that way. So we do a lot with them as far as bringing the team together. So we do a lot of events within our agency and within our teams to make sure that they are feeling connected. No one
How
should
do you
ever have to do business
how do
alone,
you
right?
build guardrails around, no, you can't connect through that airport because there's no Schengen and they won't make it through customs on time, or you can't, that's an ITC package, which, that or you sold them an FIT instead. So of course you can't forget about the transfers. I don't know, I'm making shit up, but you know what I mean? There's just
Yeah,
so much to know.
there is so
And
much.
yeah,
There is so much, but what I love, and I'm a very positive person, so I always try to, we try to look at the bright side of everything. First of all, the one thing I always tell my team is there is nothing you can do that I can't fix. There is no
okay.
mistake you can make that we can't sort out. So I always try to drill that in their head because they're afraid, right? They're scared. This
Sure.
is something new. But the training we give them is fantastic. Um, we just really work very closely with them. So on their first few bookings, first two, three bookings, we work side by side to make sure everything's clear. They have an open discussion at any time with Julie. So she's always there for them through each booking or any challenges they might have. But I'll be honest, we've really had such a smooth transition with this program. It's been really great.
You talk about them being part of something bigger,
Mhm.
and I see your face light up. And as I often see when I'm talking to advisors, I've had the opportunity to meet amazing advisors recently on some trips, who do high end, have a very loyal following. And they when I ask them why they do this and why they love it, there's this sort of fairy dust that seems to just sort of come up around them. And I know I that it's more than that, it's work, and yet there's so much love and passion for it. What is it about travel that has you hooked?
Oh my gosh. I think it is a lot of fairy dust. It's so hard to explain. I think it's truly the relationships. It really is. I mean, when I think back to, when I got into this business, I was 18, just turned 18 years old. And I remember just thinking, wow, I'm going to see the world. I'm going to meet incredible people, but I'm doing the work. And it just started to flow, right? You started to meet great people, the suppliers we work with, the colleagues in our business. And I think that's the true love for me is, well, seeing the world is a big, big part of it for me. I am a
Yeah.
very passionate traveler, but
Mhm.
it's truly the relationships that we've forged through these years. And again, I'm trying to create that. And so when I say to my team, I stand for something bigger, and I want you to be part of a community where you feel supported. And I want you to travel. You cannot come work for me without an empty passport ready to go. So we know what travel does for people. We know how that
Yeah.
makes them feel, and we want them to be able to share that with their clients. But I think, in short, I think the answer is the relationships that they create with their clients, that I create with my team, our suppliers, everyone involved in this industry just has that sparkle. They
It's a
love it.
community. It is a
It is.
community. It's very true.
It
Before
is.
I let you go, Denise, favorite destination?
Ooh. I am asked that constantly. Last year, my husband and I took our children to Sardinia.
Okay.
Um, and I think that is I would say it was probably my favorite trip of my life. So I'm going to
Wow.
say that's one of my favorite destinations. I love
And
Italy. Italy's my passion for sure, but I would say Sardinia.
how do you enjoy traveling since you are an advisor? Do you like to be guided or do you like to just do it on your own?
I like both, actually. I like to experience both. Um, I love to do a lot of, adventurous things when I'm traveling, when I'm in destination, a lot of authentic experiences. But I would say I love to do both. I love tour, I love cruise, I love everything. It's all part of it.
You sound like a travel advisor who enjoys her job.
I
Yeah,
love my job.
you
Yes.
love your job, and so many advisors do. And I'm always blown away. I have to tell you, I honestly, I started this 25 years ago, and I do not stop being blown away by the passion and the commitment. Because 25 years ago, advisors lost their commission, their livelihood, right? So it was a huge time of reinvention, as you know. And I
Absolutely.
just thought, wow, what a difficult position to be put in. And then SARS and COVID and all of these challenges, and people just keep bouncing right back up and reinventing themselves as you have, which, I congratulate you for. That's what a great story. Thank you for
Thank
sharing it with
you.
us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. If I can inspire any owners out there to,
Right.
look at growing their team, I would be happy to speak to anyone. And, we're just excited to continue to grow.
So here we're going to set up a little, ownership community where everybody supports each other in helping grow their business. Because there's a lot of people out there who want to travel. So I love it. That's a great idea. All right,
Yeah.
we'll do something with that.
Sounds great.
Thanks, Denise.
Okay. Thank you.